Louisiana Beer Reviews looks at Redhook ESB. Here's the throwback label: extra special bitter ale, 100% barley malt, top fermented, introduced in 1987, originally in Oregon and now brewed in Portsmouth, New Hampshire as well. I wouldn't post this on NEBR, New England Beer Reviews, on Facebook because it's not a New England originated beer. Memphis, Tennessee. Okay, that would be the City Brewing probably. A lot of major brewers do business with City Brewing in La Crosse, Memphis, Tennessee, and in their Pennsylvania, Latrobe, Pennsylvania. Anyway, Woodinville, Washington, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and Portland, Oregon, Memphis, Tennessee. Okay, well, Craft Brewers Alliance formed in 2008 from a combination of Widmer and Redhook, and then Kona joined in, and Widmer also does the Omission gluten-free beers. Brewed 30 years ago before anyone was using the word craft beer. Yep. Here's to you, Seattle. 5.8% alcohol. I think it's 28 international bitterness units. October 30th, 2015. Like I said, throwback label. If you look at their website, they're showing the regular label. I think this is just a special. Here's a beautiful label: Michelob Centennial Special Brew from the year 2000. I mean, it was really good. Okay, Michelob is a division of Anheuser-Busch InBev, and their most popular beer is Michelob Ultra, and they have the Michelob Lime Cactus and the Amber. Those are so dull and thin. I mean, they're okay. They're okay. All right, I'll admit they're better than average light beers. But the jewels in the, the diamonds in the rough are the regular Michelob beers, the Michelob Amberbach, even the Michelob Light. See if you can find that one. And when I started doing the beer drinking hobby in February of 1996, I was just overjoyed with Michelob Classic Dark, Michelob Dry. I mean, talking about craft beer, I always thought those could go toe-to-toe with any craft beers I was buying. In my mind, it was a craft beer. Okay. Well, in 1987, no one used that term. They say microbrew, or they might have said small batch brewing company, something like that. Well, it is copper, like they were saying. It's sort of hazy here at night under not the best light, but I see a lot of particulate matter. Oh yes. Cream colored head, not so thick, but it's a pretty wide brim glass. If it was a narrower brim glass, it would be a thicker head. I had this many years ago. I've had many, and I've also had a pretty good number of Redhook beers. I've always been pleased. When they did the Audible Ale, at first I was ripping on it. I was being unfairly critical of it, and it wasn't the beer, it was me. It really was me. I wasn't ready to appreciate its intricacies. Now, Beer Advocate and Rate Beer are saying about this beer that it's like, okay, not the greatest. But in the craft beer world, you know how that goes. 30 years ago, this was like the bee's knees. Everybody wanted to be seen drinking this. By the year 2000, people wanted to be not seen drinking it. They would drink it in secret. I was drinking some of it. Yes, Anheuser-Busch InBev has a 33% interest in the Craft Brewers Alliance. No, I don't care. I really don't care if they would have 100% interest in it. If the beer tastes good, that's what matters to me. Guy I talked to on Facebook, a couple of guys were drinking North Korean beer. I would drink North Korean beer. If it was good, I would like it, and I would say so. I would have drank with enthusiasm beer from Vinda, Siskai, Bafudiswana, and Transky, in fact, or Rhodesia. So, If it tastes good, I'm gonna drink it. Maybe I wouldn't drink Ben and Jerry's beer, but all right. The aroma's muted. It's mild. This is not. And I think this goes, yeah, that's the heater making that air sound, because it's not really cold, but it's chilly. It's going to be about 47 tonight. We have humidity down here, and it makes it have always makes it have an unpleasant chill. So, all right. One thing with the craft beer world is that everything has to be bold, bold, bold. Like if it's not a bull in the china shop, it's not good. People say, it's not good, it's dull. And that's a danger, because I've been guilty of it. You start disparaging a beer, then you go back and drink it later and you say, wow, I was really unfair toward this exceptionally good beer. Audible Ale is a perfect example. And there are so many wonderful mild beers, okay? And if you can take a step back and not be so quick to judge, you'll really get an appreciation for some of these more subtle, beers with a subtle approach. So there's a little caramel, there's a little fruitiness. Yeah, you want to let it warm up a little bit. Not a lot, a little bit. Some spiciness from the hops. I was going to say woodiness. Is that there? Oh, I suppose not. But and you can get these Redhook beer variety packs, and they're a really good bargain. And it's sort of like you can have a little adventure tasting them all, which I want to do very quickly, very soon, with the Samuel Adams Winter variety pack. Beautiful toffee caramel, bread crust, mild bitterness, sweetness is low profile, 3 out of 5 sugar cubes, bitterness 2 out of 5, 2.5 out of 5, maybe 3, 2.5. Mouth feels medium, finish is semi-dry, mellow, and drinkable. I mean, you just could, you know, this is the kind of beer where you say, if I had to drink this every day for a year, like this was the only beer I could drink for a year every day, I mean, you just wouldn't. Here goes the phone. You wouldn't get tired of it. I wouldn't get tired of it. But you could make that contention with a lot of beers, like I could say that with Schlitz, you know, the regular old Schlitz. But this is obviously a step above. Not to disparage Schlitz. I'm listening to. I know who it is. Schlitz is really good. I can get that $4.99 a 6-pack of pint cans. But this is, I mean, you're going to pay more for this. This is obviously an elevated item, but it's a great beer. You know, it's like everything comes to life again. And this is a beer that was ignored, and unfairly so, for so many years, from like 2000 to 2010 in the craft beer, maybe 2014 in the craft beer world. And then some people started to go back and say, you know, Redhook ESB really is a great beer. And it really is. So, Les Bon Temps Relais, this is an A beer. There's no doubt. It's a most excellent product. It's not expensive. It's wonderful. It's enjoyable. I highly recommend it. If you've never had it, please buy it and try it. And, oh, excuse me. It's going well with these spicy chips. Y'all come on down to New Orleans.